Hello my lovely people, you see I don't even know where to start this one. This just shocked me like Nippolite way them bring unexpectedly. Sonia Uche, Maurice Sam, and Nadia, no waller way sweet and bitter at the same time. You're scrolling through your favorite social media platform when suddenly you stumble upon a live session. The comments are going wild, but not for the usual reasons. Instead of the typical, you look beautiful, or love your movies, there's an army of fans desperately typing one name over and over again. You watch as the celebrity's face transforms from radiant smile to something that looks like they just tasted spoiled milk mixed with disappointment. What could possibly make a successful Nollywood star react so dramatically to a simple name in the comments? Welcome to the most captivating mystery currently unfolding in the Nigerian entertainment industry, the saga of Sonia Uche and Maurice Sam, two stars whose off-screen drama has become more entertaining than any movie they've ever made together. Have you ever witnessed a breakup so intense that just mentioning one person's name to the other could literally change the entire atmosphere of a room? Well, buckle up because what happened between Sonia Uche and Maurice Sam after their separation isn't just your typical celebrity split, it's a masterclass in how two people can go from lovers to strangers while still being forced to work together professionally. The transformation didn't happen overnight, but when it did occur, it was so noticeable that fans began documenting every single interaction, creating what can only be described as the most analyzed relationship drama in recent Nollywood history. Their behavior shift wasn't subtle like a gentle breeze, it was more like a sudden thunderstorm that left everyone scrambling for shelter and wondering what the hell just happened. The art of avoidance has never been more perfectly demonstrated than in how both Sonia Uche and Maurice Sam now handle any mention of each other's names. This isn't your garden variety, oops, I'll pretend I didn't see that comment, type of situation. No, this is Olympic-level dodging that would make professional athletes jealous. Sonia, in particular, has developed what can only be described as supernatural powers when it comes to selectively reading comments during her live sessions. She'll respond to questions about her favorite food, her upcoming projects, her skincare routine, and even random philosophical questions from fans, but the moment Maurice Sam's name appears anywhere in the comment section, suddenly she develops temporary blindness more convincing than any acting performance she's ever delivered on screen. What makes this avoidance even more fascinating is the precision with which it's executed. We are talking about a woman who can spot a compliment about her outfit from a comment buried under hundreds of others, but somehow consistently misses the name Maurice Sam even when it's written in all caps with multiple fire emojis. Fans have started treating this like a scientific experiment, timing how quickly she scrolls past certain comments and noting the exact moment when her reading pattern changes. It's like watching someone navigate a minefield, except the mines are just letters arranged to spell a particular name, and the explosion is nothing more than an uncomfortable silence followed by an overly enthusiastic response to the next safe comment. But here's where things get really interesting, and slightly heartbreaking if you're invested in their story. Multiple fans who regularly attend Sonia's live sessions have reported something that makeup and professional lighting can't hide, the visible change in her demeanor when Maurice Sam's name appears. We're not talking about a subtle shift that only trained observers might notice. This is apparently so obvious that people watching through their phone screens can see her energy deflate like a balloon with a slow leak. Her eyes, which fans describe as usually sparkling with life and mischief, reportedly take on a different quality, sometimes appearing distant, sometimes flashing with what observers interpret as barely contained emotion, whether that's anger, hurt, or something else entirely. The most telling aspect of these reactions is how genuine and uncontrolled they appear to be. Despite being a professional actress who can convincingly portray any emotion required for a role, Sonia seemingly cannot maintain her composed public persona when unexpectedly confronted with reminders of Maurice Sam. Fans have noted that her voice might change mid-sentence, her smile might falter for just a moment, or she might unconsciously touch her face or hair, all subtle indicators that something has shifted internally. It's as if seeing his name acts as an emotional trigger that she hasn't quite learned to manage, despite what must be considerable practice given how frequently fans bring up the topic. This inability to completely mask her reaction has become somewhat of an unintentional gift to the fans who are desperately trying to piece together what happened between the two stars. Every live session becomes a potential source of new clues, with viewers analyzing her micro-expressions and body language like forensic experts examining evidence at a crime scene. The fact that she can't seem to achieve complete emotional neutrality when it comes to Maurice Sam, despite her obvious efforts to do so, suggests that whatever occurred between them left wounds that are still very much in the process of healing, or perhaps wounds that have healed in a way that left permanent scars. What started as curiosity among dedicated fans of both actors has now evolved into something resembling a cultural phenomenon that extends far beyond the typical boundaries of celebrity gossip. The mystery surrounding their relationship and subsequent falling out has become what fans refer to as the gist, a term that somehow perfectly captures the elusive nature of information that everyone knows exists but no one can definitively explain. This isn't just entertainment news anymore, it's become a puzzle that people from all walks of life find themselves trying to solve, even those who might not typically follow Nollywood celebrities or relationship drama. The situation has transcended the usual celebrity gossip circuit and has begun attracting attention from people who wouldn't normally care about the personal lives of actors. Social media algorithms have picked up on the engagement around this topic, meaning that even casual internet users who have never watched a Nollywood movie find themselves stumbling across discussions about Sonia and Maurice. Comment sections under their individual posts are flooded with questions and theories from people who may not even be fans of their work but are drawn in by the mystery and the obvious tension that seems to exist between them. It's like a real-life soap opera that people can't help but tune into, hoping to catch the next episode or revelation. The professional aspect of their relationship adds another layer of complexity that makes this situation almost surreal. Despite whatever personal animosity or unresolved issues exist between them, Sonia, Uche and Maurice Sam continue to be cast in the same movie projects with remarkable consistency. This creates a scenario that would be comedic if it weren't so obviously uncomfortable for everyone involved. Imagine having to show up to work every day and collaborate intimately with someone you can't even acknowledge by name in public settings, and not just any work, but work that requires you to be convincing as romantic partners, to share intimate scenes, and to create believable chemistry for audiences who are paying to see your performance. The irony of their situation is almost too perfect to be real. Here are two people who apparently cannot or will not engage with each other in any meaningful way outside of professional obligations, yet they are repeatedly placed in scenarios where they must not only work together but excel at portraying love, passion, and deep emotional connection. It's like asking two people who refuse to speak to each other to perform a duet. The level of compartmentalization required to pull this off successfully speaks to their professionalism as actors, but it also highlights just how complicated their personal situation must be. Movie producers have found themselves in the middle of this drama, and rather than backing away from the obvious tension, they seem to be leaning into it with the enthusiasm of someone who just discovered they are sitting on a goldmine. The entertainment industry has always operated on the principle that any publicity is good publicity, and the buzz surrounding Sonia and Maurice's relationship status, or lack thereof, has proven to be incredibly valuable for marketing purposes. Producers have essentially stumbled upon a marketing strategy that money can't buy: genuine intrigue and emotional investment from audiences who are desperate to see these two interact, even if it's just within the confines of their characters' relationships. The decision to continue casting them together despite the obvious personal complications isn't just about capitalizing on drama, it's also rooted in an undeniable truth that even the most casual moviegoer can recognize. Sonia, Uche and Maurice Sam possess that rare, almost magical quality that can't be manufactured or taught: genuine, electric chemistry that translates beautifully on screen. When they are playing characters who are in love, audiences believe it completely. Their interactions feel natural, their romantic scenes are convincing, and their emotional moments together have the kind of authenticity that can make viewers forget they are watching a performance. This level of chemistry between co-stars is incredibly rare and valuable in the entertainment industry. What makes their on-screen chemistry even more remarkable is how it contrasts with their apparent off-screen reality. The fact that two people who can barely acknowledge each other's existence in public can transform into convincing lovers the moment the camera starts rolling is a testament to their acting abilities, but it's also deeply mysterious. How do you summon genuine feeling romance with someone you're allegedly at odds with? How do you create intimate, believable moments with a person whose name you won't even say out loud? This paradox is part of what keeps fans so fascinated and invested in understanding what really happened between them. Some industry observers and fans have developed theories about the producers' motivations that go beyond simple profit-making. There's a romantic notion that perhaps the continuous casting of Sonia and Maurice together isn't just about exploiting their drama for marketing purposes, but could actually be an attempt at playing matchmaker on a professional level. The theory goes that producers who have worked with both actors have seen their natural compatibility and chemistry, and they believe that forced proximity and collaboration might eventually lead to reconciliation. It's like the plot of a romantic comedy where well-meaning friends keep putting two stubborn people in situations where they have to work together until they eventually remember why they fell for each other in the first place. This matchmaking theory, while perhaps overly optimistic, does have some logical foundation. In many cases, professional relationships can provide a safe space for personal healing, especially when the individuals involved are committed to maintaining high standards in their work. The structured environment of a movie set, with its clear objectives and professional boundaries, might offer Sonia and Maurice a way to interact that doesn't require them to address their personal issues directly but still allows them to reconnect on some level. If there's any truth to the idea that their separation was caused by misunderstandings or external pressures rather than fundamental incompatibility, then repeated positive professional experiences could potentially lay the groundwork for personal reconciliation. The power of their on-screen chemistry cannot be overstated when trying to understand why this situation continues to fascinate people. Chemistry between actors is one of those intangible qualities that audiences can sense immediately. It's the difference between watching two people recite lines at each other and watching what feels like a genuine relationship unfold. Sonia and Maurice have that rare ability to make their characters' emotions feel real and their relationships feel authentic, which is particularly impressive given what appears to be happening behind the scenes. Their romantic scenes don't feel scripted or performed, they feel like glimpses into real intimacy between two people who genuinely care about each other. This disconnect between their personal and professional relationships creates a cognitive dissonance that keeps audiences coming back for more. People watch their movies not just for entertainment, but as a form of detective work, searching for clues about their real feelings. Does that lingering look mean something? Was that laugh genuine or just good acting? When they are holding hands in a romantic scene, is there any real connection there, or are they both just incredibly skilled at faking it? These questions turn every movie they make together into a puzzle that fans are eager to solve, which naturally translates into box office success and continued interest from producers. The sustained engagement from fans around this situation has created something resembling a full-time investigative operation, with dedicated followers analyzing every piece of available content for new information or insights. Social media has become a treasure trove of evidence, with fans screenshotting moments from live sessions, comparing their body language in different interviews, and creating detailed timelines of their interactions. Some fans have become so invested that they can tell you exactly when Sonia's demeanor changes during a live session, or they can point to specific interviews where Maurice seemed to be choosing his words particularly carefully when discussing his co-stars. This level of fan investment goes beyond typical celebrity interest and ventures into the realm of genuine emotional attachment to the outcome of their story. People aren't just casually curious about whether Sonia, Uche and Maurice will get back together, they're actively rooting for it, creating fan art about it, writing social media posts encouraging reconciliation, and treating every new movie announcement featuring both actors as a potential step toward resolution. The fans have essentially become stakeholders in a relationship that isn't even their own, which speaks to the power of the connection that Sonia and Maurice created through their work and their previous public interactions. The anticipation surrounding a potential breakthrough moment has become almost palpable in fan communities. People are constantly waiting for that one interview, that one social media post, or that one public appearance where the wall between Sonia and Maurice finally comes down and they acknowledge each other as human beings again. This anticipation has created a sense of suspense that rivals the plot of any thriller movie, except this thriller has been running for months with no clear resolution in sight. Every public appearance by either actor becomes a potential turning point, every movie release becomes a chance for fans to analyze their interactions, and every social media post becomes a possible clue about the state of their relationship. So here we are, caught in the middle of what might be the most compelling real-life drama currently playing out in the Nigerian entertainment industry. Two incredibly talented actors who create magic together on screen but can't seem to coexist peacefully off camera, producers who keep putting them in romantic roles despite the obvious tension, and fans who refuse to give up hope that love will eventually conquer whatever obstacles have kept Sonia, Uche and Maurice apart. It's messy, it's complicated, it's probably more dramatic than it needs to be, and yet, we can't look away. The question that remains is whether this story will have the happy ending that fans are desperately hoping for, or if it will serve as a cautionary tale about the challenges of mixing personal and professional relationships in the public eye. Will Sonia and Maurice find a way back to each other, or are they destined to remain professional colleagues who create beautiful art together while living completely separate personal lives? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, we'll all be watching, analyzing, and hoping for that breakthrough moment when the magic they create on screen finally translates back into their real lives. What do you think will happen next in this ongoing saga? Have you noticed the tension between them in their recent projects? Share your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this developing story, because something tells me we haven't seen the final chapter of the Sonia, Uche and Maurice mystery yet.